morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone.
And good night.
Good night. It's the third day today, and we are going to show you the last of the eight new sets, and it is called Winters. So, as you see, okay, winter set now. So we have finished the season collection, and this winter collection has the French ultramarine, the Cascade green, and the lunar black. So we will play with the blue, with the green, and with the black because they recall famous subjects like alpine landscape, a mountain, forest, and abstract for all the granulation colors. So we are showing all the features one by one. So this is a test with the wet on wet colors and wet on dry paper. This is a hot press paper. So the granulation is very high. So the French ultramarine is a pigment blue 29. It's an ultramarine blue. It is a medium tanning, granulating, semi-transparent. We can see the features on the syllab you will find. Then we have the khaki green. It is done with two pigments. There is pigment brown 7 and pigment blue 15. It is a raw sienna and the cyanine blue. It is a medium tanning color. It is a granulating color and semi-transparent. It is also called as a it's difficult, co-precipitated color. So it means that there are these two pigments are locked into one, and they are broken apart with the water. So, and khaki green is a beautiful one of the most liked and loved green from all the artists. And then we have the lunar black. Lunar black is a pigment black 11, and it is Mars black. It is a low staining color. It is a granulating color and transparent. It is a reticulating color, and the iron inside allows to play with a magnet too. So you can find this feature very useful. So the French ultramarine is in series 2, the khaki green is in series 1, and the lunar black is in series 1. So the ultramarine blue is recommended for the dramatic textures, for sky, for waters, for shadows, for neutrals, for rocks, trees, portrait, also for the tones of the portraits, because you can get a natural shadows on the face, especially on the eye and the nose. And then we have, it is a really popular blue. Then we go through the khaki green. Khaki green is famous from the Cascade Mountains, and it is very famous for trees, for water reflection, for foliage, for fruits. And also, it is also good to use as a green with the rendering of furniture, or mainly the fabric. When you have to color some fabric in the furniture, you can do the Kafka green, very beautiful things. And the lunar black, as always, it's very used as an abstract color. It's a very neutral, and it is used to do stones, rock, moonscape, mountains, and it is called also a blender, a mixer for any other colors. So here we have included the French ultramarine because French ultramarine is the one which is redder than the ultramarine blue, and so I've written wrong here, but French ultramarine. Sorry for the written here. And also instead of ultramarine, the French ultramarine is warmer, looks warmer because it has a larger pigment particle than ultramarine blue, and so it looks red instead of green, the other one. So here there is a recall. We recall all the seasons. So Giovanni can show. The season are the spring here with Hansa yellow light, and opera pink and cobalt blue. We have the summer set. We have the quinacridone rose, the ultramarine turquoise and the maple yellows, the autumn with Ossi red gold, rose of ultramarine and undersea green, and then the last one is winter, so lunar black, French of ultramarine, and Kafka green. The other four sets, so the other four set we have the Stormbreak, no, the architectural, the famous one, so the buff titanium with lavender and sepia, the Stormbreaker, iridescent electric blue, the Prussian blue, and the bluestone genuine. Then we have the Desert Horizon with Amazonite genuine, Monte Amiata natural sienna, and burnt sienna light. And the last one is the Evening Glow with New Gamboge, Manganese Blue Hue, and Shadow Violet. So with all these eight sets, you will really enjoy because they are very portable, they are very little, and you can have fun with all the eight sets. So I hope you will enjoy and have fun. So they are available from now. For example, they are already in Poznan at the Urban Catchers, where John is there. So sorry that John is not here with us. So he's involved with the Urban Catcher Festival in Poland. And I say hello to all the participants there and all the people who is watching here and following. We also can show from our iPad some work from Sabine, our friend Sabine, and Loel. So Sabine had done a watch of lunar black, khaki green, and French of ultramarine, and she mixed the lunar black with French ultramarine, the khaki green with lunar black, and the ultramarine blue with the khaki green.
French ultramarine.
French ultramarine, sorry, sorry. And so this is the blue, his trial for the blue and the black. So starting from this, from the blue to lunar and go on. And from lunar to the green, they're in the middle, and from the green to the blue, one by one. And the last one, she prepared the landscape as a sample. So some trees, a wood with the trees and the snow. And then we have an example from Lowell as in hairstyle, so fully abstract with the lunar black, the French ultramarine, and the khaki green. And some magnified, so the French ultramarine and the lunar black here. So the granulation and the blending between the two colors. And you can see the blending also here. And especially wet on wet, they fully play. So this is khaki green and lunar black. So thank you. And Giovanni will start with this sample. And then we have Angela, Benik, and Ashley will do their sample. Thank you very much for all. I really thank you.
Okay. Okay, starting for my usually mix sequence for this set, and starting from the first is Cascade Green. This part is dry to dry, and use the French ultramarine on top and on the cascade, and obtain this dark blue-green. This beautiful essence. I apply more zooming. Okay. And continues with Cascade Green on top on French ultramarine, and obtain this shade. And check the difference. And use this particular type of lunar black. This two type of lunar black is wet on dry, and this is wet on wet. And apply the difference. Oops, sorry. Okay. This is French ultramarine on lunar black, wet on dry. And this is Cascade on dry. And now use the Cascade on the lunar black wet on wet, but with more water, and obtain this beautiful texture. For example, for the stones in the winter landscape. And this is a French ultramarine. It's beautiful for create perfect winter subject. By more zooming. It's very, very interesting. And now continues with the mixing sequence. Apply one on wet, 1 drop of Cascade Green and 1 drop of French ultramarine after, and obtain this type of blue. But inverted, use the 1 drop of French and 1 drop of Cascade after, and obtain the similar. Is not change mode. And starting with 1 drop and 1 drop of lunar black, and obtain this dark green, and 1 drop after, and 1 drop of Cascade before and after, and obtain this dark green. And now mixing together with the lunar black in the middle, starting with the Cascade Green, 1 drop of lunar black, and French ultramarine after, and obtain this dark blue-green. I change my sequences, starting with the French ultramarine, lunar black, and the last is Cascade. And obtain this another dark color, but more greens. Very beautiful for the winter landscape. And now application, I tested this tricolor on the explosion set. Take my brush, okay, on wet in this part. Okay, 1 drop of Cascade, very fast explosion. French ultramarine is fast, but it is more linked to Cascade. Look, the Cascade blue split.
The blues go outside and
the last is lunar black. The lunar black is very, very slow in front of the another 2 color. It's a beautiful combination. And this combination of the color realize the typical winter landscape, mixing all together for obtain this landscape. I started with a wet on wet with a French ultramarine, a little part of cascade in this side. And the tree is completely mixing French ultramarine and cascade for obtain this effect. And this is the bridge is all in lunar black, and the water reflection is starting the sequence cascade green, French ultramarine, a little point of lunar black, very, very little point of lunar black. And the last experiment in the stone in the water, I little zoom, sorry. Okay. And try to, for example, when I obtain the effect, I use the texture of lunar black and apply one layer of French ultramarine for cooling my stone, or cascade green for obtain the humidity part of the stone inside in the water. And obtain this effect. And with lunar black, realize this dark part of it, highlight the line on the waves and create this effect. Okay, and now with another brand ambassador painting, I try to paint the hyper-realistic ice cube with this set, using essentially the French ultramarine and cascade, and with the lunar black, apply the strong shadows. Thank you to all.
Thank you, Giovanni. Now we're going to invite Angela.
Thank you.
Hi.
See.
Hi, everybody. It's amazing what you do, Giovanni. I love everything that you do, and it's so inspiring. I am really, really inspired. I also did the mixes, like Sabine and maybe Giovanni also. And for me, maybe because I used a lot of pigments, they were extremely granulating. So here, here is only the cascade green, and I really like the shades. You see, the camera is showing a different color. Here there's more yellow, but anyway, the French ultramarine is very granulating, especially combined with water and gravity. It could stay flat a little bit, but I gave it gravity. And this is the lunar black. Of course, you all know lunar black, and it moves in every direction as soon as you put the water near it. This is a mixture. I like this mixture a lot, but here they are not mixed on the palette. I tried mixing the two colors, the cascade green and the ultramarine in the palette in another of these squares, and I like the mix also. This is also on top is ultramarine into the lunar black, and at the bottom is the lunar black getting into the ultramarine. Here it's a mixture of the three colors. And here on the left is the one I told you about, which is the mixing on the palette of French ultramarine and cascade. And here on the left is the lunar black and cascade. Also a very nice combination because, the cascade, because it is co-precipitated pigment, it has these two, it divides into these, if you leave it alone, it will show several shades of blue and yellow and very, very beautiful. So apart from the swatches, I was doing the other day, I was listening to music and painting freely with these three colors. And the results, I don't know if you will like it or not, but this is what came out. So this is a green moon. I don't know. Well, I interpreted it as a green moon. And you can also see the mixtures and the different separations and values. It's green in the center, surrounded by French ultramarine, and then around it is like a night sky. It's a black, lunar black. I like this effect that it's like the clouds are crossing in front of the moon, and the brighter part in the center is like the part that is more lit. It gives it its spherical. Why is it so white? Here it is a bit green. I don't know. Maybe it's the white balance or something. Yeah, I don't know. Because here it is a bit green. You don't see it, huh? Yes, here, like that. If I incline it a bit, yes, you can see it. Yeah, okay. So this is my version of the green moon, which doesn't exist, but I've read that I think Indians, American Indians, native Indians, they called it in the month where they grew, I don't know, some vegetable or corn or something. They called the moon the color of this crop, and there was one that was called green moon. So there you go. Today I did a few of crazy mixes, just mixing crazily without any, just letting free. This is very crazy. It is an explosion of color. Of course, in the center, lunar black, which is the main personality. He takes all the attention. and green. This green is very thick because I did it with a very thick brush. This is the brush I used. So I put the three colors on a tray and then painted with the three of them like that, So some parts it's thicker and some parts it's thinner. I actually would need a bigger paper to do that, but it's okay. And I don't know, Letizia, do I have time to do a little painting?
Yes, you have. Yes.
Okay. So now, looking at these three colors, I will do a little bit of abstract painting. I love the landscape that Giovanni did, by the way. As you know, this has to be, my way of wetting it is like big drops, not all of it even. I don't wet with a brush, like evenly. Even it's very good to take this big brush and wet a little bit like that. Even if it has a color of the previous wash, it doesn't matter because this will give a bit of texture. It could be even dirtier, but I cleaned it too much, I think.
Angela,
Yes.
just to confirm, someone was asking if you're working with hot press.
Yes.
And your previous ones as well.
Yes.
Thank you.
In this case, it's this Home Masters watercolor paper. It's 31 by 41.
Super. Thank you.
Thank you. So I will use a smaller brush now. Smaller, but not so small. This one. Both these and the other one, the bigger one, are EOEO. So I'll try to start light. And draw a kind of mountain. In the end, it won't look like a mountain, but for the moment, for the time being, Let it be a mountain. This will dry much lighter, as you know. And as it dries, but it's quite wet, I will add some accent somewhere. And now let's do a bit of sea. It is not light. I wanted to have it light, but look. Now it's a bit lighter. This one I will drag down. And I think it will need a boat or two. Later I can lift the paint. You see these things, these cauliflowers that the same color does. I love them. That's something that I like. I leave it light here. Maybe some accents here in the mountain, especially here at the bottom. And now I will do the mix of, I don't know, you cannot see the plate, but here I do the mix of French ultramarine and cascade green. You see what a beautiful, beautiful blue-green. The French ultramarine is so strong that I have to put quite a bit of green. So how about another mountain here in the back? And some splatter of this color here in the sea. And now, where shall the lunar black go? Where do you think? In the sky, of course. Let me wet it again. I don't want it very, very thick. This time I will use this. This was a cloudy day. Like today, here where I live, it was cloudy and it rained. And sometimes the sky can become very cloudy before the rain. I thought I would escape, but no. I was inside the pharmacy and it started raining quite heavily then. But it was so dark. So this is a day before the rain. So what can we do? We can also splatter some water. And now what I would like to do is to give it an inclination. I'm drying the surrounding areas so that they don't get into the painting. So spray. Without going crazy. Okay, thank you. If someone else wants to show his colors.
Yes, we are going to Benik.
Yeah, that's good.
Hello.
Hi.
Benik,
Hello, everyone.
welcome.
Good mixes, Gio and Angela. You are always so good. You guys are hearing me? It's okay with the audio?
Yes?
Okay, great. So I won't be talking about the information about the colors. Letty gave all the information about the granulation, about light fastness, everything. I will just show what I did in meantime, and I will do another mixes and try to mix all of these three colors with titanium white and see how they are going to react by mixing with each other and with the titanium white. So talking about Cascade Green, I always mention two greens that are my favorite from Daniel Smith. It's Cascade Green and Jadeite. So Cascade Green, whenever I paint any landscape, I always use it. It has very nice effects. It's very beautiful green. It does very nice granulation, and it's a really beautiful color. French ultramarine, you can use it anywhere in the sky, for the skies, for the sea, for any of the beautiful blues. Everyone knows about French ultramarine. It's very nice also for granulation. Even if you mix it with other colors, it gives you amazing, beautiful grays and other tones, and makes other colors to do also a combination with doing some effects of granulation. Lunar black is the most famous from blacks. Um, we can use it for portrait, for landscape, for abstract, anything. So it does its magic by itself just by awaiting the reaction on wet, or however the painters use the colors. So we have been talking about lunar black, like we have plenty of information. So in these squares, in meantime, I did this thing. I really like the mixes here, and I just played with some brush strokes here, and also this one, the other one. So I will leave these two as this, even that they are small, but I like this one. It's a nice abstract piece. I will add, of course, some other colors after.
So beautiful, Benik. I love it.
Thank you so much, Angela. So in this part of squares that I did, I will, as I said, I will mix titanium white with with all of these three colors, and let's see how they are going to um, beautifully become like it's going to be mixed beautiful, because I have already used already used Cascade Green in some of my landscapes. So and then I'll go very light. So as you see, I'm mixing on paper. I mixed a little bit on glass, but now I'm mixing on paper. And I will add now just a few drops of water on top of it and see how beautiful it will come as effect of granulation, and also
What did you mix, Benik?
Cascade Green with titanium white.
Ah, okay.
So here is the mix. First, I painted just wet on dry. I didn't wet any of part of this square. And now I will add um, pure green, Cascade Green, so we will see the difference and see the effects. You already noticed that Cascade Green has some blue, gives some nice bluish mixes. I will leave it like this and see how it's going to come. I think here it will happen some beautiful effect. Let's see it now. I will keep it like this for a while and then go with the other one. So I already see some abstract landscape in here. I will leave this one as it is and go with, I suppose all of you use the French ultramarine mixed with titanium white. Anyway, I will mix it for other people if they didn't see how beautiful it will come as a lighter blue. Actually, it looks like our beautiful lavender color. So this is a mix of French ultramarine with titanium white. I will do the same by adding just some water on top and use the gravity again. Let's see what will happen here. And on bottom, I will add pure French ultramarine. So let's see how it is going to come. I won't be adding more French ultramarine. I will go only with water on bottom.
How did you have the idea of mixing these colors with white? Is it a mix that you normally use?
Yeah, some time by time I use it. I just wanted to experiment and see how they become how they will come, and they really come very beautiful. You will see now the lunar black as well. Have these beautiful reactions of the colors. Actually, I'm not even doing anything, so only the reaction by itself makes nice backgrounds for whether it be landscape or cityscape or abstract piece. As a first wash, I think it's acceptable. It's very nice. So you see these both colors. Now I will mix lunar black with white, with titanium white. Will come very nice grayish. So this is a mix of titanium white with famous lunar black. I will do the same as I did in other mixes, just by adding pure water on top. Bottom, I will add again just pure lunar black.
Can I say that lunar black, that is already a neutral color, with the titanium white remain already a neutral gray. So it is not cool, not warm. So it is in the central gray.
Look at that, it's beautiful. Only 3 of these. I will leave this dry a little bit, and I will go with a little bit bigger size. So let's see. Another thing, what I'm going to do here, I will wet the paper with a sprayer. Not too much, just partly. And then I will use just the Cascade Green here, French ultramarine, and lunar black, and I want to do some experiment with that. Let's see. So let's a bit mixed here. And then I want to use the gravity, since 3 of them are granulating colors. Let's see some background will be here. I'm sure it will come nice. So first I'm using like this, and then I will add just a little bit more water, and I want to go from this side a little bit gravity to here. Is it very nearby the camera? Do you guys see it? What's going on, or is it very near?
Well, we can see only a part.
Oh, no, it's more visible.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, now better. They have amazing effect, these 3 colors.
Each one, if we use only as a single, they are beautiful on its own, and by mixing them all 3 of them, it's much more value. And look at this, only Cascade Green by itself has some bluish, some like a very beautiful mix. Is visible here? You see it?
Yes.
Or maybe there is a reflection. And here, look at the react of the mixing of French ultramarine and lunar black.
Blue. Ah, French ultramarine and lunar black, yes.
Look how they run on the paper. So we say every paper is different and every result, the granulation effect is different from paper to paper, from water to water. So they
Yes.
are all
So
beautiful, the same.
they are all beautiful. In here, I try to do a little bit of brush stroke. Just some.
Paper, is it cold pressed?
It's Bauhong cold pressed.
Mm-hmm.
Reba in Facebook has commented that she would love to see an impromptu landscape with these colors. So if any of the brand ambassadors want to play around with that, that would be super fun.
Yeah, that's true. So even if you have hot press, cold press, and rough paper, you can play with these 3 colors and you get a beautiful winter landscape, winter abstract. So it's again a really good triad.
So for the composition, I want to add more Cascade Green here, a little bit, just like
Besnik, your marks look like the black cockatoos of Australia.
Sorry, I didn't get that. Caroline?
Your
Black cockatoos?
marks look like the black cockatoos, the birds in Australia.
See my intuition when you reminded me of Australia today. I just started to do something Australian.
Wonderful. Can't wait till you visit us again.
I love how beautiful the granulation. Okay, let's see what happened here in the small squares. So here, I like how the lunar black and titanium white get this beautiful color. So now it's ready. I can just play with some other colors in this part. Or I will do another thing if I have time, or maybe some other brand ambassador could go.
There is Ashley, and then there is
Yes, please,
Erkin and Giovanni at the latest.
please go with them. Then I will go for the.
Thank you.
So thank you everyone for watching.
Thank you, Benik.
Besnik. Lovely.
Thank you.
I love that Besnik introduced white to the equation. So I was just thinking, you know, there's three colors, right? So you could just have three colors. But there's so many variables here when you start to mix, you know, the green and the blue and the lunar black, the green and the lunar black. And so that's kind of what I want to talk about is it's not just one mix. So if I mix the green and the blue, if I do a little bit more green, then it's going to lean a little bit greener. For example, actually, what's this one? This is lunar black and cascade. I mean, come on. And then there's the variables of what kind of paper you use, how much water you add, your humidity. There's so many fun things about these. And then if you had more than one set, you could start mixing those together as well. For example, if I had the spring set that has opera pink, I could mix that with cascade green and get this really cool purple that has not dried yet. But I mean, there's just so many fun things about this. It gets me really excited. Okay, so here's just some swatches. Boring. I mean, they're not boring. They're never boring, but we can do a little bit more. So I want to show you, this is kind of craziness. Just splattering and playing and letting them run together so that you can see all the different fun things going on. I let it dry and then I splattered lunar black on top. But when you get these really light tones, that for me reminds me of a hazy winter morning. I live in Idaho, so we get a lot of these gorgeous, almost foggy, hazy, snowy winter days. And so when you water it down a little bit, you can start seeing some of that. But then if you get it really intense, I mean, it's just stunning. Okay, so this is what kind of paper is this? It's more of a cold press. And then I played around a little bit on, this is on, what's it called? Mineral paper. And if you don't know what that is, you can just look it up. Just type in mineral paper and you'll find it. It's really thin. I mean, look how thin it is, but you can mount it. It doesn't really buckle though. I mean, that's really all I got.
Isn't it similar to Yupo?
It is slightly similar to Yupo, but it's more matte. It's thinner, and it doesn't, you can blow dry it. You can put heat to it, and it doesn't really, like the Yupo is made of plastic, so it curls up and melts. This one does not at all.
Okay.
So, but I mean, the effects you can get are, look at that.
Yeah,
Very nice. Really, very nice.
very nice, yes.
Yeah, so the effects are different depending on what kind of surface you use. It'd be really fun to try it on watercolor ground, that kind of thing. Here's some more on, now these are just plain swatches, my usual, just so you can kind of see the colors. as they are. I love Cascade Green. I've mentioned it before, but it's my number one favorite Daniel Smith color. It's the best. I love it. Okay. So as I mentioned before, when you add water, so these are swatches where I started more mass tone and slowly started adding water as I went down, because you really start to see different effects. That reminds me of like when it gets to be February, March, and the snow starts to get a little grungy. If you live in a snowy area, you know what I'm talking about. These are the perfect winter colors. Good job, Letty and Gio, for helping put these together. All right. Okay, I want to show you some fun swatches. So I'm going to try to remember these. This is all three. Look at that.
This is gorgeous.
And thank you. And even this swatch could be different depending on how much lunar black you add, how much of the green you add. So what I'm trying to say is there's so many different ranges. You've got 3 tubes, but you've got so many colors that you could come up with. I showed you this one, I believe. Actually, I don't know if I showed you this one. This is lunar black, more lunar black, and less French ultramarine. And then here's one, the same thing, but it's actually more French ultramarine than lunar black. So you can see the blue kind of dominates, but you still get that delicious lunar black granulation. These are just scraps of paper. I guess everybody's getting bookmarks for Christmas this year. And then this one is the Cascade Green with just a little bit of French ultramarine. So it looks like Cascade Green slightly, but you can see how it leans ever so slightly bluer. That's fun. And then this is Cascade Green and Lunar Black. Look at that right there. That pretty. It's kind of like a muted viridian right here. I did not intend for my nails to like match their dark green. I did not plan that. It just happened. Coincidence. This one is French ultramarine and Cascade Green again. And you could see that French ultramarine popping through. This is such a granulating set. I love it. And then that is Lunar Black and French ultramarine again. But do you see how I can mix the same 2 colors over and over and get different results? Just depending on how much water I use, how much of one or the other color. And then I really, really like this one. This is Cascade Green and French ultramarine, but with just a ton of pigment. And I could make a really nice smooth swatch that doesn't have any cauliflowering or any of this. But I really think that it shows a lot more personality. We drop a little water in there, create some intentional flow, blooms, blossoms, that kind of stuff. But that kind of makes me think of like winter. Look at those crystals. I didn't even add salt.
Was it water?
Yeah, it was just water.
Mm-hmm. Lovely.
Okay, I'm going to show you my palette. Even my palette's pretty. So I had the Lunar Black on this side, Cascade in the middle, and French ultramarine. The magic of these little itty bitty tubes is you can just put a little bit on your palette and it goes a long way. So I just always have to look at my palettes. So at the end of every week, I keep my palettes that are dirty in a stack, and I'll either like swatch them into a sketchbook or my daughter washes them for me. And that's like her job, and I pay her for it. So if anybody needs a studio assistant, she's fantastic. So we can go to Erkin now.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ashley.
Thank you, Ashley.
Welcome, Erkin.
Hello everyone.
Hi, Erkin.
Thank you for the opportunity to show my swatch cards. I'm very away from my home, Ankara, my home studio, so I don't have top cam this week. I will show my card on front cam. Can you see it?
Yes, of course.
Adorable.
A little bit up.
Yeah, Up and far and further.
Okay.
And further, a bit further. Yes, yes. Like
Okay, perfect.
So you have painted a beautiful snowman with a scarf.
Yes, this is a small painting with this beautiful triad winter colors. And again, you see the speciality of these three colors, beautiful colors, gradation of them,
Yes.
mix that I made with this triad, every one of them. And I made again a mix with other colors. Here I used
Yes, mix them with lavender, phthalo green blue shade, permanent
yes,
alizarin crimson, and cadmium yellow medium hue.
yes, and I like most the mixture with the lavender.
yeah.
That's very interesting, really.
Yes.
And so the French ultramarine can show how you can do the eyes, how you can do the nose with the French ultramarine. Yes,
Yes,
that is.
absolutely.
So
The
you
more
use
I do,
this?
sorry.
Did you use these mixes in your snowman?
Yes, only for as a fourth color, I used permanent alizarin crimson at the scarf.
Yeah.
That's good.
The others are these triads.
Lovely.
Perfect.
Thank you.
That's so good.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you all.
I can show again Giovanni. Giovanni have made the eyes, so this is
I
fully.
tried, yes.
We are in winter, so what about the ice?
Wow, impressive.
Beautiful.
I know a few people who could use ice right now. Judy in Arizona, and those of you who are dying of heat.
Yeah, and I can show the slideshow.
Beautiful, Angela.
Oh, Angela.
All the people. And
Yeah.
Veronica is painting something too.
Yeah.
Ooh, Veronica, that's
So nice.
beautiful.
Veronica, so nice.
Oh. And Diane. Let's add in Diane's frame.
Yeah.
We'll put
Fantastic.
Erkins.
And
Amazing.
Oh, David again. And of course, Anna Candela.
thank you, everyone. Beautiful.
Wow.
Fantastic.
Nice.
Fantastic.
We hope a few more could show us their artwork too, like next week. And wondering, Letty, if any of our friends live now have been silently painting along with all the colors that are included in the new 5mlTriad set. So in case you have artworks done out of the colors from the 5mlTriad set, please share them on socials, tag us, and we may be able to spot it on time and repost it. We'd love to see your works.
Okay. Okay, Ethel.
Hey, thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And we hope to see you all tomorrow. Our guest artist is Rick Anderson.
Yes.
Good to hear.
Thank you.
Tomorrow we
Bye-bye.
drink.
Have fun.
Bye bye. Thank you all.
Thank you.